Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the Monday painting video. What is the Monday painting video? What's it all about? Well, the Monday painting video is essentially a pile of shame painting video that takes place on a Monday. But the model or models in question are voted on by you guys, my viewers, from last week's Weekly Wednesday, which is a weekly Q&A. In that video, I'll show you guys a host of models and you guys vote on what you want to paint for this Monday's painting video. In the event of a tie, I do a dice roll. So for all my regulars here, guys, I feel love, thank you very much. I'll see you in a minute. Right, so with one vote each, Captain America, any NID, so I'll just put this guy here now, and if it is a NID, then I will grab the rest of them and do a second dice roll. Any Drukhari, which is the Scourges and the Venoms on there at the moment, so again, if that wins, then I'll bring the Venom over and do a dice roll between them, or Deathwing Knights. So I've got 4 here. These two represent more than one, but it's 4 here. So 1 is Captain America, 2 is the Tyranids, 3 is the Drukhari, and 4 is Deathwing Knights. If I roll a 5 or 6, I will re-roll a 1. That's Captain America. Nice. So I shall get on with him and start getting him set up and ready. Right, so I'm going to start with some Youth and Grey first of all. And this is this colour has 2 things I'm going to do with it. The first thing is I'm going to give the base a good Youth and Grey. I've watered it right down. It's really watery because I want to get into all the cracks and crevices and all of that business. I'm just going to have the grey, which I shouldn't have done. Doesn't matter. I don't want to get it. I don't want to get it on the base trim. Let's get it in here. This brush has gone really weird. This is meant to be my good brush. It's gone really weird on me. I'll probably change for another brush. There's some really fine work to do on this guy. Right, so I'm going off memory. What I'm going to do, I've changed to a starter brush, funnily enough. The point is actually amazing. I'm going to come in and I'm going to get the anything that's going to end up being white. Try and get as much as I can. It's very fine. So I'm going to get that part of the shield. I then need to look at his armour because, going off memory, I've seen him in so many different suits. So I think I just need to break it up and do red, white and blue across the model itself. So I can't exactly remember what way it goes for Classic America. There's Avengers America. There's so many different variations on his suit. I have to choose another brush because that's one all bent on me. Nah. Right, so here's where I've gone so far. That is very difficult to do. You see I've gone a bit skew with. Let's try and tidy up as I go along. I've actually changed to this brush, which is a layer 5, is that? Yeah. This is one that came in the Combat Patrol magazine set. It's a very sharp point. It's just a white handle that's just throwing me off a little bit. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to come in with some Mephiston red, and I will not water it down too much this time. And I'm going to start picking out the bits that I think are going to be red. So the outside of the shield is a definite must. Might have to have a couple of layers of this. And there's just, what else I'm going to do with him? I think the shoulder pads maybe, yeah. Because that breaks up the whole model. He's actually got an Avengers symbol on his shoulder, I just realised that. And maybe the lower part of the trousers. It's going to be a bit of a pain in the backside. Anyway, I'm going to crack on. Right, I don't really like Mephiston red. I'm trying to use it so I can get to like it, and I just don't like it. So I'm going to go back to Khorne red. And this is why I don't like it. The trousers are a little blotchy and horrible, and so I'm going to come in with some Mephiston red, some Khorne red, and just try and tidy this up a bit. Even though Mephiston red and Khorne red are both base colours, base paints, I think the Khorne red just covers it a lot better. I mean, I've really gone skew whiff on this shield really badly. I'll try and just tidy up as much as I can as I go along. But that's a difficult thing to try and do. Fair play to anyone that's able to do that. To get this shield looking perfect. I'm going to try and get as best as I can. But I don't think I'm going to get that much. You know, I don't know. Come the end of the video, it could be fantastic. I don't know, but I just don't think I'm doing that great job on the shield. Anyway, next I'm going to come in with some Calados Sky and use this blue for the blue on him. It's going to be a tough one, I think. So obviously his helmet, because he has like a face exposed at the bottom. Does he have a little thing on his middle of his helmet? Of course he does. So I'm going to come back with the Euphron Grey on that little piece on the middle of his helmet there. His glove's going to get the blue, the chest piece, and the shield. The chest piece isn't too bad. It's just cutting into the star is the big issue. I'm going to do all of this on camera. I'm just going to just try this little cutting in so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to crack on with the rest of that. So I think I'm going to be continuously going back to the shield and just trying to touch it up here and there, because the white looks okay, but the white looks like it comes in too much that way. So I might have to just be expanded out a little bit. But anyway, I'm going to come in with some Rhinox hide now. And this is going to be very simple. He has boots on. So I'm going to paint with the Rhinox hide. His knee pads. And he has like a utility belt around his waist. So I'm going to get all of that. There's a strap across his back which I've left, so I can just do it with the leather as well. I think that corn red has really sorted that out a bit better. Right, so now I'm going to come in with some Bugman's Glow. I'm going to water this down a little bit more than I normally would. And I'm going to get his jaw. It's only the bottom half of his face that's exposed. I think that's just popped that model. That's just, I think that's just really just woof for me. Yeah, it's looking good. I don't even think I'm going to need the Reichland flesh on that either. So that's, I don't know. We'll see when it gets, as it dries off. Next, I'm going to come in with white scars. Now this is going to be the bit that starts to annoy me a bit. So I'm going to take a big brush. I'm going to take some white scars, and I'm going to just slap it on the base, random spaces. The idea with on the base is not to paint the base white, but just to give it some bits here and there. And so you can see I've left the youth and grey there, done the white in the middle there. Okay, you can see all this. Right. Now I'm going to use the white scars to go over the youth and grey that I've already applied to the model. This is, I'm not looking forward to the shield. But look, I'll give it a go. I'll try and do the best I can. If it turns out absolutely fantastic, then I give myself a pat on the back. If it turns out and it's not that great, that's a difficult thing to do. To evenly have 3 colours on a circular object like that. I know there was lines on it to separate them out, but I think there was actually 4 lines on there, or 4 segments, I don't know, but it was difficult anyway. I'm not going to do all of this, I'm just going to try and get this star so you can see how difficult this is. I'm going to go off camera and do the rest. Right, so I think that's the best I'm going to get the shield. I think if I get the paint's still wet, you can see it's shiny, but I think if I keep going any more, I'm either going to make the paint too thick on there, that's going to look horrible, or I'm going to end up messing up and I think that's the best I'm going to get it, which is not too bad, just in how it looks at first of all. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. So next I'm going to come in with some Rattling Grime contrast paint. And this this paint is going on the base. Let's slap it all on the base. That's why I came in with the Youth Engraved and the white scars to give me shading before I've even done anything. Very nice. Right, so for all intents and purposes, this guy is battle ready. For those of you new to the channel don't know what that means, battle ready means I could put Mr. America, Captain America here, with America's ass, on the table, and he's good to go. What I'm going to do now is take it beyond battle ready standard. What that means is I'm going to do embellish it a little bit more. This could be a dry paint, this could be a technical paint, this could be an edge highlight, could be a wash, could be contrast paint, it could be a layer paint you bring into it. It could be, you know, lots of different things and different things that can be done. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with some Wazdaka red, because I know this works perfectly on the corn red. And I'm just going to highlight bits of the trousers where the creases are. A little bit along the knee there. Now it will go on bright because it's a layer paint, but it will dull itself down, and you when you see it, you'll be like, oh, actually, that's very, very easy. I do it on my Space Marine chapter, so I know how nice it looks. And the good thing with it as well, once it dries, if it's not as bright as I want it to be, I can always go back in and do a bit more onto it. I'm not touching the shield, just because I don't want to mess anything up. I think that shield's going to be as good as I can get it. I don't want to just start flapping around with it now. Just make sure there's no... I'll leave that to dry. And if I look at it and think it's not bright enough, like I said, I can go back and give it another little quick once over. Because for those of you that are new and never used layer paints before, show you. That's the colour it'll get to, okay? But when you put it on, it starts off that colour and it dulls itself down. So the next layer you put on goes on that colour and then dulls itself down. But each layer you're putting on is bringing it up closer to, you know, to this colour. It's actually a really amazing red. Right, so the last thing I'm going to do this guy, I'm going to come in with some Screaming Skull. I'm going to get some of my brush, and then I'll brush it onto a bit of tissue. And I'm going to give them a subtle dry brush. I'm going to start with the boots. I try not to hit that base because the rattling grime is still wet, as you can see. See, it's shiny, shiny in the middle there. Hitting the boots is going to give them a nice rough level look. And get the trousers and his utility belt. Because I believe his clothes that he wears is also like a leather. Then don't panic if it goes on too much, because it is a layer paint, so it will dull itself down. What the dry brush is going to do as well is hit all the raised areas. Call him done, I think. Yeah. Yes, I don't need to do nothing else with the skin there. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. Again, some of that Scream Skull looks a little bit bright at the moment, but as it dries off in the next couple of minutes, it'll look very, very, it'll dull itself down. So it'll be a subtle variation on the colour. So there we go, guys. I'm actually very happy with this guy. I wasn't too pleased with the shield at first. It's still not, I still don't think it's 100%, but I know for a fact I'm not going to get much better than that. And to be honest, you know, when it's on the table, you're not looking at the shield going, oh, that looks a little bit skew whiff here and there. You're just looking and going, that's Captain America, I need to deal with him. Now, this is one step closer to having Marvel Crisis Protocol games on the channel, because I don't want to play Marvel Crisis Protocol until the models are painted. I might even try and squeeze a couple of extra on, a couple of extra over the next couple of weeks, just trying to get them done. So if you're new to the channel, guys, and you're seeing this for the first time, hit the subscribe button, because it costs you nothing. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. Everyone smash the thumbs up button so it triggers YouTube to share this video with more and more people, which makes this amazing community of you guys growing even more. A massive thank you to everyone who voted from last week's Wiki Wednesday. This guy won the dice roll, so he got painted up. I did actually paint the Neural Gaunts up yesterday, just because I said, let me get them done out of the way. If you want to vote for next Monday's painting video, tune in for this week's Weekly Wednesday. You'll see the host models on there. I don't know if I'm going to put a Marvel Crisis Protocol model in there, because following the rules, if say a Necron model wins, then the following Wednesday there's no Necrons in the vote. So he won the dice roll, so I may not put any more in, but then if I do put one in, it's just trying to get more of them done. I figured it out on Wednesday. Any comments or anything about this guy, chuck and blow as always, guys. Until next time, thanks for watching. Thanks to everyone for voting. Hit the buttons for me. Take it easy, guys.